Hey there, esports fans. Duck comes across the line and improves his time. Can Sunday do the same? He purpled Sector 1. I did not see there. Ooh, he bumps up to second. Looks like King is going to start there. I'll be right back in a moment, guys, for Midfield Runners Cup Season 18. Round 9 at Bahrain. There are only 9 takers tonight. Not a huge turnout late in the season. That does tend to happen. Anyways, welcome everybody. Here's the starting lineup. I will be right back. Okay, it's loading up. It'd be kind of nice if they put something on the screen for us. I think I say that every time, but hello everybody. Welcome to Thursday, also known as Race Day for Midfield Runners Cup F1. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel. Got live racing and other stuff going on. Scroll down, check it all out. Anyways, King starting on pole. This is season 18 for Midfield Runners Cup. Round 9. King has won 3 races in a row, coming in strong with a 21-point lead over Isaboy, who's starting 5th. Coming into this race, King has won 4 championships. He's trying to make it 5. He's really putting on a show right now, guys. This is the 4th time in his career that he has won 3 races in a row in Midfield Runners Cup, and 3 times he won more in a row than that. We'll see if he can do that tonight. He's got a couple of 5s. I don't even remember a lot. So look for him to have a good race here if he can keep it clean. Sunday, always strong, qualifies 2nd. Looking good in the kick Sauber with the green. I like it. Ferrari, just 1 driver still. Need to do some better recruiting, I think, for Midfield Runners Cup. We'll try to fill some of these seats in the future. But D. Austin starts 3rd. Mr. Fizzle, also known as Duck, starting 4th for Williams. And Mercedes, like I said, already has Issy starting 5th, who's 2nd in the championship behind King right now. D. Austin is 3rd. Freak of the Red Bull Juniors here, the Visa Red Bulls, starting 6th. Cholo is here. That's the only team with both their drivers here. They're the only ones who can have a double points finish tonight, and everybody here who finishes will get points. Only 9 starters. Cholo looking for his 4th win at Bahrain in Midfield Runners Cup. That would be a record. He holds the record with 3 right now. Guitar for Aston Martin starts 8th. And Mr. Top 10, Mike Akazici, starting in 9th for Alpine. Red Bull not represented. Who else is not represented here? One other team would not be represented. I don't know who it is, but here we go, guys. Click the links below for the Discord and to help out the channel if you want to help us out, and give us a like too. Thank you. Somebody is really askew back there. I think that is Mike. It is in the Alpine. Wow. And it's lights out. A lot of wheel spin, a lot of squirrely cars. King wants to cut off the Ferrari. D. Austin getting into the grass a little bit to make the move. The Mercedes wants to make the move as well. He doesn't. There's contact between the first two, it looks like, into the corner. Sunday may have lost a bit of wing, possibly his end plate there. One of the baby bulls, Cholo, is on the move. Duck is dropping down fast back there in the Mercedes after having a strong turn one. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Duck's in the Williams. I'm sorry, I said Mercedes. But Issy got very, very sideways there in the Mercedes. Still where he started, though. All right, winners and losers coming into Sector 3 right now. Mr. Fizzle down 3 spots. Cholo up 3. Like I said, Cholo looking for his 4th win here at Bahrain. We were trying to figure out whether Sunday took wing damage. It does not look like he did in that little bit of contact that he and Austin had. And who would have thought there that King would be down 2 spots into 3rd after starting on pole. He's won 3 races in a row, leads the championship by 21 points, and I think that's probably where his focus is at. He wants to make sure he finishes the race. Number 1, he does have the lead, and he's been here before. 4-time champion. I mistakenly said 3-time champion during my last live broadcast. I want to correct that here right now. King has 4 drivers' championships, and he just purpled Sector 1. Same amount of drivers' championships as Vols. Like I said, he leads the championship, looking for his 5th, which would be the record ahead of Vols. He also has 51 wins now. King, tooting his horn a little bit here for him, but he's got 51 wins, just 1 win behind the record that Vols holds of 52. So I don't even think King knows that. He's just been focused. Like I said, 3 in a row. We're riding along with Cholo. Cholo's the champion as well. D. Austin is the defending champion. If you're new here, like and subscribe, everybody. I do these live races every once in a while. I tend to do a highlight video or 2 as well from them. Is Cholo getting close? No. We'll see if he can do it here. He has a pretty good exit. Oh, yeah. And there's that DRS. You see the wing open in the back there, giving him a huge draft. Issy's going to ride along as well, as there's a lead change up front. Well, they're battling right now. Sunday trying to make the pass. He didn't quite get her done. D. Austin defended well. And there's some racing going on back here as well. The Williams of Mr. Fizzle, also known as Duck, struggling, and the Aston Martin going wide there of Guitar. Meanwhile, Mike is on medium tires, just going to take her easy at the back. And around goes Mr. Fizzle, and he's on hard tires. By the way, I just noticed, I hadn't really looked at the tires. We could do that. Oh yeah, a lot of different strategies here. I can't believe I hadn't looked at that yet. I guess we are only on lap 3. Looks like that Mercedes of Issy's getting pretty close to King. King started on the hards. Issy's on the softs. I'm surprised He hasn't moved up. Issy and D. Austin, Cholo, all three starting on soft tires. Oftentimes that means they are banking on a safety car coming out early. And it's kind of a gamble, but with only 9 takers tonight at Bahrain, I would not expect a lot of safety cars. And you can see ahead of Cholo here. Sunday makes the move for the pass, gets it done, takes the lead over D. Austin. Austin thinks about it, going to the inside there into turn 4. He can't get her done. Backs out. They both get sideways off the corner. Cholo has a wonderful view of it all right here, riding along. And it looks like Issy on the soft tires as well, right there with King. Pretty impressive that Sunday has taken the lead on the medium tires over the softs, but this is Bahrain, and the softs will go fast. They go extremely fast, especially if you're pushing, which it looks like Issy's doing right now as we ride along for the pass on King, the current points leader, dropping to 5th. Meanwhile, Sunday, D. Austin and Cholo, it's a 3-way battle here going on for the lead. Reminds me a little bit, different players. Reminds me a little bit, though, of race 300 in the league just 3 races ago. I streamed that one as well. You should check it out. I might link it in the description after this race. It won't be there now, but there are other links like UncleEddieSeasoning.com. Go there, get yourself some good seasonings for meats and whatnot. It's wonderful. Look at this, a 2-way pass into turn 1. Wow, Austin retakes the lead. Cholo up into 2nd, follows him through, and Sunday dropping now to 3rd. Hell of a battle going on here. And Issy and King also. I think Issy's thinking, hey, I got these soft tires. Let me use them to get up to the front with those other guys. The 3-way battle, they do seem to be gaining on them a little bit, even with King being on the hards. And I don't know if you guys at home are seeing this, but they are sliding all over the racetrack right now. Everybody up and down the field. Look at that back there. That's Freak in the Visa Red Bull getting sideways. Mike Akazici in 8th. And way behind after a spin is Mr. Efezel. A little twitchy there for Cholo. The last race I streamed, Cholo ended up with wing damage. Just kept spinning late in the race. That was at Australia, I believe I already mentioned. Our 300th. As he goes for the move into turn 1, he's going to go to the outside. He gets it done before they make the turn. And you're looking at D. Austin in 2nd. Cholo leading the race. Who would have thunk it? Started in the back, but 3 wins here, more than anybody else. Several guys have 2 wins over the years, including me. 3-second time penalty to Mike Akazici back there, Mr. Top 10 in 8th. The first driver to incur a penalty. I would expect more. Over the years, this track has been notoriously tough on track limits. Man, this is a great battle. These guys are all over the place. I picked a good one to stream tonight. Would have been nice if we had some more takers. But hey, guaranteed points for anybody who finishes. Them's how the point systems work. Top 10 get points. If we have more than 10 finishers, I'm sorry about your luck if you're outside the top 10. You just don't get points. If you DNF, you do not get points. So you do have to finish the race. You should expect these guys to continue to give each other a decent amount of leeway and space, as finally Issy Boy gets by King for 4th. And look at that, up front, D. Austin and Cholo battling it out for the lead here. Austin wants it back. He's got the right position. They're 3 wide briefly. Sunday backs out of it, but I think D. Austin, that spooked D. Austin, makes a little contact there, but he's going to have to back off through the S's and let Cholo go on by. Great racing. These guys are giving each other lanes. I love it. Issy getting that gap down to almost a second. He gets within a second. He'll get DRS range. He just has to gain a little bit more on Sunday. And this will be a 4-way battle up front. Possibly 5 as King is coming along as well. Look at this. Sunday trying to get second off of D. Austin. He's got the preferred line here. But D. Austin cuts him no quarter on the entry. And Sunday wisely backs out of it. 5-way battle. Lap 7 of 29. It is still early. If you're just joining us here, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated. I'm BB Nasty. And this is Midfield Runners Cup F1 League. Sunday pulls out, looking for that second position. He hits the rev limiter. There's just nowhere to go. Meanwhile, D. Austin pulls out, goes for the pass on Cholo. Oh man, a little bit of contact there. It looked a little bit aggressive. I don't think Cholo meant to make any contact. Not sure he did. It was very close. But that's going to lose him the lead and drop him to 3rd. As Sunday gets by as well. Meanwhile, Issy is now here for the battle. It is definitely on for the 4-way. And King almost he's a little over half a second back. 3/4 back to make it a 5-car battle. I mean, he's within DRS range. It's technically a 5-car battle, and he's the one up here on tires that can go the longest. He is on hard tires. They go the longest. The soft tires, which Austin, Cholo, and Issy are on, go the shortest distance. In fact, with how squirrely everyone has been, I would expect them to really start to have difficulty handling their race cars pretty soon. Sunday is on the medium tires in between those others. They'll go longer than the softs, but not as far as King's hards. At some point, by the way, duck back there in the wheel, and there it is. I told you that those soft tires. Austin says, I've had enough. He's the first one to go in and pit out of anybody. Meanwhile, as I was saying, back at the back, you've got Mr. Fizzle getting by Mike Akazici in the Alpine there some time ago. It would look, I hadn't seen it. And the Ferrari is going to come out in about 7th position, it looks like, as the Visa Red Bull of Freak goes into the pits as well. Mike Akazici going in for Alpine, and we've got a safety car. I think that's just somebody being slow coming out of the pits, though, possibly. Not quite sure, but it looks like Austin kind of lucked out there. He's going to be able to get DRS off of Duck. Alright, so we've got 3 guys on fresh rubber. Issy thinks about it, not quite close enough to make the move on Cholo for second. This was briefly a 5-car battle. It is currently a 4-car battle. You're going to expect Cholo and Issy to go into the pits anytime now, though. They're on the same strategy as D. Austin. He pitted last time around, remember, so they don't want to let him get too far ahead of them on that fresh rubber. He'll just be gaining time right now. Let's see if either one of them bleeds off right now. And it looks like, yep, they are both going to go into the pits, and that is going to give Sunday and King the lead for the 2-way battle now, down from 5. We'll see how it shakes up. I would not be surprised if most of these guys end up together, racing together more as we go about this race. D. Austin using that DRS. Well, he thinks about the pass on duck. He can't do it. These other guys, he did not make up much time. That lap stuck behind Mr. Fizzle. I mean, not really stuck, but he didn't gain any time, and they are right back at each other here. Cholo and Issy and D. Austin, he slots in between them. He is one lap older. He's on hards. Issy's on hards. Cholo on mediums. And right ahead of them, Mr. Fizzle, who started on hards. He's on hards. He can take those most of the race if he needs to. But how long will they hold out against the fresh tires is anyone's guess at this point. They've been pretty squirrely tonight, using those rubber Pirellis up. Is King going for a pass here? Lap 10, he is not. He ducks back in. But he's right there on Sunday. He might have it before we even get to turn 1 here. That's been a common theme. The car out front, just without having DRS, that's the difference. It's massive, the closing speed. King, if you have a good exit out of the final corner, it's almost impossible to stop the pass from happening if you're the lead car. And D. Austin getting by Mr. Fizzle. It took him a lap, maybe longer than I would have thought, with the Fizzle being on those older tires, and slipping on by as Issy as well. So that three-way battle of Cholo and Austin and Issy, 4th, 5th, and 6th, who were battling in the 5-way battle for the lead, and all but Issy of these guys led laps early on. They're still together. They all got by Mr. Fizzle pretty close to each other. Cholo a bit of an advantage right now. And that allows Guitar Hero to run 3rd right now for Aston Martin. Medium tires, started the race on them. I'm not quite sure what the tire window is, but they can do 1 stop for sure. I'm wondering whether some of the soft guys are on a 2-stop. I doubt it. Well, one of them, Cholo, went to medium, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Everybody's kind of spread out right now. Sunday is within a half a second of King, and Mr. Fizzle is within a second of Issy. Those are the battles. As did I just see that right? Guitar Hero with the fastest lap currently. That's what it looked like it said. I might be wrong about that. I don't know. It'd be interesting because he's 11 laps in on mediums, and maybe it was a different name. I didn't really see it. I don't know. Issy now within a second of D. Austin, as is that Mr. Fizzle setting? No. Yeah. Looks like a Fizzle set the fastest sector 1. Let's see if he can keep that up. He's on lap 11 as well, so that could be that I saw Guitar's name up there, and it could be that these medium and hard tires have a really late window. I'm not quite sure, man. I've been out of the racing game on this for quite some time, honestly. So I don't have a lot of... I have old first-hand knowledge of older games. This year's game, not so much. Last year's game, not so much. Either. Ooh! Oh, man. Switched to Sunday there just in time to see him take a bit too much curb in turn 2 and about lose his rear end. He was able to keep it stable and, more importantly, somehow stay within DRS distance of King. Meanwhile, the closest battle on the track remains Mr. Fizzle trying to hunt Issy back down. He's on 9-lap older tires. Doing a very impressive job here. Is there, how do I see fastest lap? Yeah, Cholo has the fastest lap right now at a 1:32.46. Showing what he's made of. Currently, right now, King leads Sunday by 8/10, and then it's a whopping 14.7 seconds back to Guitar. Those guys have not pitted yet. Cholo, 20.6 seconds back, has pitted. So has Austin, 21.8. Issy, 23.3. Duck, Mr. Fizzle rather, with 12 laps old on his tires, has not pitted. 24.7 seconds back. Freak has pitted, 35.2 seconds back. And Mike Akazichi, running in 9th, has pitted, 55.7 seconds back. Sunday is in the pits, getting off those mediums and onto hards, lap 14. That's going to give Guitar Hero second position. We'll see how things shake out. I would expect King is on the hards. He might go a couple more laps. And honestly, these guys on older tires have been putting up some decent times. Cholo has the fastest lap, though. Oh, no. D. Austin. Trouble for D. Austin. He goes around, it looks like. Let's see if he has any damage we can identify. I don't see any, but he could have floor damage that we can't see. He is currently down in 7th now. His hopes of running back the championship are starting to well, it's getting tougher. He needs to. He can't have King winning more races and him finishing back here like this. Certainly outside the top 5 is not going to help enough. With 3 more races to go after this, that's all, and he's 20-some points down in the championship. I don't know. That's tough. He did win the championship last season. Like I said, trying to run it back. Some tough luck here. Don't know what happened. 14 laps to go. If we get a safety car, don't count him out from winning, honestly. That's the kind of driver Austin is. He can make up the difference, but he's going to need a little bit of help. Mr. Fizzle, running in 6th, doing pretty well on those hards. Been out there since the beginning. Guitar Hero. Now this is interesting. Guitar Hero pitting now, and King did not pit, so King is going to be the only driver left out there without a pit stop yet. Guitar's going to come out way back, though. I think he just overran those mediums a little bit. I'm not sure, but he's all the way back in 8th. I said King was the last one to not pit, but I forgot about briefly forgot about Mr. Fizzle there. Meanwhile, Issy is right on the rear of Sunday. Issy's tires are warmed up. Sundays are a little bit cold coming out of the pits recently. Cholo, meanwhile, is within 20 seconds of the lead. We'll have to see how that shakes out if and when King goes in for his pit stop. Looks like King stayed out as he starts a new lap. These guys battling it out hard here. Sunday pulling out to about half a second. Meanwhile, D. Austin trying to get by Mr. Fizzle after he had possibly spun. Maybe went off track. Something happened to him earlier, a little while back. D. Austin off camera, trying to make his comeback. Starting here, he's up to 5th, but he's got a large 4-second gap. Hard to make up 4 seconds on pretty equal tires to Issaboy ahead of him. Well, he's 3.6. He's doing it. He's doing pretty well there. Issy only half a second running currently behind Sunday. We'll have to see about Cholo, whether he can make it from here without pitting again. I don't know if those mediums can go that far. He'll have to go 20 laps on these mediums, and that'll be difficult. Whoa. What is this? That was weird. Cholo's got a brand new wheel. It's a direct drive wheel, and what this looks like to me is he's having some kind of technical issue with his wheel. Holy moly, folks. What? What? I was just trying to figure out. What his odds are of going the rest of the way without pitting and maybe winning the race. I don't. Well, that's. I mean, it's not going to happen now. He's not going to win his fourth race, Midfield Runners Cup race at Bahrain. That's too bad for Cholo. So Cholo, bad luck. D. Austin, meanwhile, is doing a really good job actually of gaining, but the problem is there's still 20. He might be able to get back up to third. Issy's maintained 3.5 seconds on him since the last time I looked, and Issy's still within a second of Sunday. But they're 20 seconds behind King. They're not really gaining much. I don't. King's still out there on those hards. I think King just plans on going as long as he can at this point and throwing on. Well, if he pitted soon, probably mediums, but he might go all the way till softs. He's probably watching that gap, that interval, same as I'm doing right now, and trying to calculate this out in his head, figure out when he should pit. I mean, it's really the ball's in his court, as they say. We have 11 laps to go. Not a lot going on right now, so go ahead and hit that like button for me, everybody. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification. Go to UncleEddieSeasoning.com. Get your smoke on. Your smoke dog. Get your spice on. Unleash the smoke dog is the line. And think about donating to the channel. There's a link below to my PayPal. It helps out a lot. Any amount. Really appreciate it. And there it is. Of the two who had yet to pit, there were only one. King out front leading. He's losing time now. Sunday has got that down to inside 19 seconds. He'll probably think about pitting soon. Mr. Fizzle at Williams pits, and with the medium tires, we'll see how much time he might be able to make up. He comes out of the pits in 8th position, 1.6 seconds behind Cholo, who had that issue, that technical issue, I believe, with his wheel, his brand new, good power steering racing wheel. And is that Cholo again, or no? It's Freak. Freak goes around in the other baby bull. So both Visa Red Bulls have gone around. Or had issues recently in the middle part of this, mid to later part of this race here. Oh boy, Rocket fan, F1 esports. Hey there, esports fans is what I meant. And here we go. King finally going into the pits, giving up the lead. He's coming out now, so he already pitted. I got there late, but he's coming out in 4th position. He is not that far off of the lead. In fact, he is about 6.5 seconds or so off of Sunday. The thing is, 10-second speeding penalty for Freak back there in the pits. Oh, that's really tough for the other Visa Red Bull, who just went around. He's going to come in and pit now and change nose cones because of damage. But back to the battle for the win. Sunday, I think King may have stayed out too long. We'll have to see. He's got 10.5 laps here to run down Sunday, who's currently about 8 seconds now ahead of King. Will the fresher tires, will the softer medium compound tires help King run down first D. Austin, who's on 10 lap old hards, and then who's over 1 second ahead, who's then another 4.5 seconds to Issy Boy. I don't know. I don't think that King. I think King may not win this race, even though it seemed like the ball was in his court. He may have waited too long. We'll just have to wait and see. We won't really know for several laps now. But as far as the championship goes, King leads the championship right now, 21 points ahead of Issy Boy, and it's another few back to Austin. I'm not sure really off the top of my head, but it's pretty close. It's certainly within. It's 20-some points. It's not very many. So both D. Austin and Issy Boy most likely want to put on as much defense as they can to King. They just, I mean, with only 3 more races to go in the championship for season 18 here at Midfield Runners Cup, they kind of, after this race that is, they really have to finish ahead of King. Meanwhile, King at McLaren is leading the Constructors' Championship as well, and he has never been a part of winning a Constructors' Championship. He's finished second like 4 times or something. I made a whole video not that long ago, last year sometime. But anyways, he is... Well, yeah, there it is. So he might be getting not only his record 5th Drivers' Championship in Midfield Runners Cup if he wins the Drivers' Championship this season, but if he stays where he's at and wins at McLaren, it'll be his first ever Constructors' Championship as well. So he's got a lot to fight here for. Let's see if D. Austin can do anything, because as I said, D. Austin wants to put up a defense, but what is there to do right here? He just sticks to the racing line, does his best to not overcook his tires going into the turn. With the closing distance it is if you're the lead car without DRS, but here it is. He goes for the return move. Let's see if he can stick it. They almost make some contact. He had to try. I don't think he could stick it. He couldn't. And there it is. King does get the job done on Austin. I'm sure Austin will not give up the fight. Cholo's in the pits again. That's both Baby Bulls having to pit 2 times and having multiple trouble for both cars tonight. And they're the only ones, as long as they both finish, they're the only ones who can get double points finishes. But looks like those double points might all come from the back, the low end of the spectrum, as it were. He's in 9th currently. Meanwhile, Sunday's pulled away. He's got a 3.6 lead on Issy, who's got a 3.6 lead on King. Can King make up those 7 odd seconds here in the final 8 laps? I don't think so. I just can't imagine. Sunday's only got 7 laps on his hards. They're just coming into a good window, operating window, really. I think as long as Sunday doesn't make a mistake, you're looking at Sunday winning this race. King possibly catching Issy, though, for second. But like I said before, Issy is second in the championship. He has to finish ahead of King here if he wants to keep his championship hopes attainable. Or, well, you know, he wouldn't be out of it by any means. But with the way King's been racing lately, like I said, 3 wins in a row coming into this. He takes pole here tonight. I would not count on King not winning another race out of the last 3. And that's if he doesn't win here tonight, because this is not over. Although D. Austin sticking with him, doing a great job to do so. Barely within DRS range at that line there. He'll be able to activate that wing here. Boop. And that'll give him a little boost, catch him up. Seven laps to go here tonight. Everybody is still on the lead lap. Ten-second penalty to Freak. 3 seconds to Mike. Speaking of Freak, I think Freak's about to make the pass there. on the Alpine. Mike always makes it difficult to pass. Let's see. Let's watch this defense here. And it does not matter. As long as it's for position, Mike is going to make it hard on you. He might give his teammate a break, but that's it. Although I say that, and this time he literally moved over. What the hell, Mike? You just made a liar of me, buddy. Well, Mike did make it very easy there. Freak goes on by. They are not teammates. I don't know what Mike was doing there. I really don't. Meanwhile, back up near the front for 4th and 3rd position, D. Austin. Oh, man, he's keeping it so close there to DRS range. But Issy has fallen to King's clutches almost. It's quite amazing, really, how quickly King has caught back up to Issy boy here. I think we're about to have a three-way battle for 2nd position. King on much fresher tires than Issy in front and D. Austin behind, but Austin has so far been able to just barely stay in DRS range. He does not do so there, though. But he's almost there. He's right on the bubble of it. Sunday's still way out in front, 6.4 seconds. Overall, this group, as a group, they've gained time. King has gained time from where he was compared to Sunday. Issy has lost time relative. If King can get by Issy here very quickly, he's gonna have to do it this lap. He has to. Hello, puppy. My dog's coming over to say hello. He's got to do it this lap. It has to happen immediately, basically. And Issy, whoa, takes a wide entry there into the corner. King got by. I think Issy was setting up to try and do a crossover, possibly, and King didn't want that to happen, so he took away the inside on the exit. And well, really, what he did is he took a slow center to the turn, and that kind of threw Issy off a little bit. They may have made brief contact, but that was not what Issy or Austin wanted. They wanted a battle with King. They wanted to hold him up a little bit at least, try and stay ahead of him. They'll both, I'm sure, keep the pressure on here. King, meanwhile, that did cost him a lot of time and is now almost 8 seconds behind Sunday. Meanwhile, Sunday starts lap 25, so we have 5 laps to go. King has 7.5 seconds to do it. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. D. Austin, though, getting by. Issy's going to drop to 4th. These guys are very close to each other for 2nd and 3rd in the championship standings, behind King. This could boost Austin ahead of Issy in the championship. I can't remember exactly where they're at, but it's within just a few. Like I said, Issy is in 2nd, 21 points behind. 21 points behind King. Right now, Guitar's actually gained the most positions with 2, and Cholo's lost the most with 2. Everybody else is within 1 position of where they started, save D. Austin, who is exactly where he started in 3rd. It's very interesting that it is shaken up this way. It does not often shake up to be so close to the qualifying positions. Although, honestly, with only 1 being spot on, that's really interesting too. It's just there's not a large discrepancy, but each one does have a discrepancy, save for D. Austin, aforementioned. But we are on another lap here. We've got 4 to go. Getting a little bit. Oh my gosh, they're getting a little bit close here. D. Austin and King Austin is really trying. He knows it's make it or break it time. He's got to get by while he has the chance, and he needs to finish ahead of King to help him in the championship, and he does. He pushes it too far. The one thing he didn't want to do, he saved it, but that battle for with King for second position is definitely done and dusted. And now Issy gets by and is outside of DRS range. He might be able to run him down again. We'll have to wait and see. He's about equidistant, or Issy's equidistant between King and Austin now at this point, basically. And King, because of that battle with Austin, still over 8 seconds down off of Sunday. So I think Sunday, winning strategy, winning race moves, out there just dominating the later portion of this race once King finally pitted for tires. After King dominated most of the beginning, there was a bunch of lead changes early on. If you're just coming to the stream, do yourself a favor, rewind, start it over. It was a great race early on. It's had some moments in the middle, and we're shaping up here for the last couple of laps. It looks like really the only moves that might happen. Guitar, 1.6 seconds off of a fizzle in fifth. That there could be a move there. Austin, 1.4 seconds off of Issy. That's the closest on the track, and Issy is 2.2 off of King. Gonna have to see what happens here in the last couple of laps. Well, 3. I don't know, Austin is almost to within DRS range of Issy. And he is getting there right now. But he's going to run into the same issue. The same dirty air that likely caused him to almost lose control and drop while fighting with King is the same dirty air he's going to be facing right now as he rolls along behind Issy here, trying to up his position, get to third. I don't know what this wiggling is with Issy. Is he running low on fuel? Can I actually see that? I don't think I can see that. Is it missing? I don't know what's going on there, but he's getting passed by D. Austin. He's going for the crossover, and he makes it happen. Now, that's the same move he tried to do. He did the exact same thing, but it didn't work on King. King didn't let it happen. Kind of forced it to not happen. But Austin gets back by as well. This is interesting series of events here. Austin sideways. These guys have been sideways out of these corners a lot today. Honestly, it's pretty impressive that we have not had more spins. We haven't had a safety car as Guitar goes into the pits for another set of tires back there in 6th position. I don't know that he's got time to do. He does not have time to go ahead and try and set the fastest lap, so I don't really know why he pitted. Because Sunday is coming around here to start the final lap here. It's Midfield Runners Cup Season 18, Round 9 of 12. As you see the leader there, Sunday, who just started the final lap, he locks him up into the first turn. He's leading by 9 seconds at Bahrain. But back here battling it out for 3rd and 4th. Issy is still trying to get that position back from D. Austin here. They are in a battle for 2nd position in the championship, as well as 3rd position here tonight. King comfortably leads the championship, so they really needed to beat him. He's doing what he needs to do. He beat Austin and Issy tonight as long as it finishes the way it is. He's 10 seconds off of Sunday, but he's 3 seconds ahead of D. Austin. Heck of a battle here. They've been battling. These guys have, well, never not really been battling pretty much throughout the race. Issy's going to have like one final shot here. That's his best shot. He goes for it down the inside. It's a tough one to try and hold on the outside. Can D. Austin do it? He does. He's going to have the preferred position here. He leaves room, though. They are still side by side. Look at that battle. Look at Sunday coming along to win. That is his, man, what is that for the season for him? That is, not sure. That's win number 2 or 3 for him on the season. King comes home second. Austin third. Issy fourth. Mr. Fizzle coming around a little further back. But yes, that was Sunday's 3rd win of the season. That is tied with King for the most wins on the season. They both have 3. That breaks King's win streak at 3 wins. So that'll go down in the record books as King's, that's his 4th time having a 3-win streak that got stopped at 3. Win streaks, long win streaks in this league are not common. So good on you, Sunday, for coming home. Guitar was able to do it on the final lap. I stand corrected with the Aston Martin there. Good job, Guitar, coming around for the fastest lap on the final lap. Freak comes home 7th. Mike Akazici has a 3-second time penalty, but he's 5 seconds plus, almost 6 seconds ahead of Cholo. So he should hold on to 8th position tonight. Cholo in the Baby Bowl coming home 9th position. The Baby Bowl's getting the double points finish tonight. They're the only ones to get that stat, so that helps them there, but not a lot of points. Driver of the day goes to Guitar Hero. And fastest lap. Good night for Guitar. 6th position. Kick Sauber takes the top podium spot. 3rd win of the season for Sunday. Congrats. King, 2nd position, and D. Austin for Ferrari in 3rd. It's a great race, everybody. Like and subscribe, please. Go to the links down below to help out the channel. We've got a Discord, league racing, other league gaming. We've got all kinds of things going on. I'm BB Nasty. It's been a pleasure to commentate Midfield Runners Cup Season 18, Round 9 here at Bahrain. Round 302 overall in the main division of our league. Like I said, Discord linked below. Go check it out. Come race with us. Come talk with us. Come whatever. Have some fun. It's gaming for everyone, basically. Sunday, King, Austin, Issy, a Fizzle, Duck, Guitar, Freak, Mike, and Cholo. Thank you all for coming tonight.